Queridos amigos, muy buenos días. Gracias por estar con nosotros en su programa Café con Leche, la voz de los latinos en América. Estamos transmitiendo desde hermosa 1470 AM, 96.9 FM, caféconlecheradio.com, Facebook Live. Gracias por estar con nosotros. El día de hoy tenemos a mi co-host, Michael Dalton. Good morning, Michael.
Oh, buenos días.
Buenos días. Y tenemos ahora el día de hoy de invitados a personal de Highland High School. Tenemos con nosotros a la subdirectora Heidi Mori. Good morning, Heidi. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Good morning. Well, welcome to Café con Leche. We are so pleased to have you here. Who do you have with you as guests too? Please, could you please introduce them?
I have Jessica Owen, who is part of our link crew. We have Ms. Wendy Bell, who is our ESB director. We have Lieutenant Colonel Brian Owen. He is over our Air Force ROTC program. And then we have Christy Chacon, who is over our Public Service Academy.
Perfecto. Nos está diciendo los invitados que van a estar con nosotros. Ella es la subdirectora de la escuela Highland High School. También tenemos a Jessica Owen. Ella es una consejera de un programa que se llama Link Crew, que nos van a explicar seguramente. Y tenemos también a Wendy Bell. Ella es la directora de ASB, que vamos a saber exactamente qué es. Y el teniente coronel Brian Owen, que es el encargado del programa de la Fuerza Aérea para los jóvenes. Tenemos también a Christy Chacón. Ella es la jefe de la Academia de Servicio Público. Así es que tenemos una agenda muy interesante. Michael, do you want to start?
Well, I'd like to, Heidi, I'd like to start at the bottom of your list here with the Public Service Academy. I'm very interested in what that is. Could your director explain that?
Yes, of course. So hello, my name is Christy Chacon. I am the Academy Coordinator of the Public Service Academy. And what this is an academy geared towards students who want a career in fire, medical, or law enforcement.
Can you get closer to the telephone? We can hear you very far. I don't know if that is possible.
Is that better?
Yeah, a lot
better.
Okay.
Yeah.
My name is Christy Chacon, and I'm the Public Service Academy Coordinator. And what the Public Service Academy is this is an academy for children who are interested in law enforcement, firefighting, or in emergency medical response, EMT, RN, careers of that choice.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
I have a question for you, Christy. Do you speak Spanish?
No, I wish I did.
Oh my God, I was thinking I have somebody who is going to help me to translate. Okay, esta academia, ella es la coordinadora de esta academia de servicio público donde se les orienta a los jóvenes que quieren seguir una carrera en enforzamiento de la ley, o sea, como sheriffs o patrulla de caminos, también para bomberos y también para las unidades de emergencia, de respuesta a las emergencias. Esa es el área en la que ella prepara y ella es la responsable de esa academia. Okay, now we are going to go with, Heidi. Could you please give us just a general overview of the Highland High School, the demographics, how many students, what the ethnic groups do you have there?
So we have about 2,800 students here on campus, primarily Hispanic, and then after that, then we have our next major population is African American, and then after that we have white, and then we have Asian and Pacific Islander. So yeah, that's predominantly our demographics here at Highland.
Do you know, like in total, how many students did you say that you have in the Highland High School?
Roughly about 2,800.
2,800. Okay.
On your ethnic breakdown, do you have a general percentage of each group?
I believe it's about 68% is Hispanic, okay. and probably about 12% African American. And then the other ones are just kind of smaller portions.
Bueno, tienen aproximadamente un número total de 2,000 estudiantes. Dice, la demografía es aproximadamente 68% de ellos son hispanos, 12% afroamericanos y el resto lo componen otros grupos como la raza blanca y orientales y otros los que viven aquí en el Valle del Antílope. Así es que very interesante. Now, do you know, can we go with Jess? Let me ask this one, Michael, because I am asking, I was wondering, what is a link crew? What is the concept of link crew? Jessica Owen, could you please let us know?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you well. Thank you.
Link Crew is a leadership group here on campus. It's made up of juniors and seniors. And our job is to kind of help freshmen transition into high school. So all the Link Crew leaders have a little group of freshmen that they mentor through their first year. And then, we plan events and we offer tutoring and contact with the freshmen throughout the year so that, they kind of understand what it means to be a Highland Bulldog and, are as successful as we can help them be.
Very good. Le estaba yo preguntando, ¿qué quiere decir eso de Link Crew? Dice, bueno, este es un programa de transición que se hace entre los estudiantes que son nuevos en la escuela y los que ya son seniors, y se trata de entonces de hacer sentir cómodo a los nuevos, a los que están ingresando al primer año, y les ayudan durante el primer año de su experiencia en la escuela preparatoria. Esto es construido con la creencia de que los estudiantes que ya tienen más experiencia pueden ayudar a los estudiantes nuevos. Okay, Michael, now is your turn.
Well, my next question is for Wendy Bell. Hola, good morning.
Hi there, Mr. Dutton.
I have a question, and it sort of falls in like this. How is ASB planning their COVID recovery, if you will, as students begin to repopulate the school?
So this year we have hosted a lot of virtual activities and still had students connected to campus and campus life through online methods. And next year we plan to still continue that. We will still have some virtual events, but we are also hoping to return to campus and host some pretty big bashes in order to just get students fired up about being on campus again.
Perfecto.
Very good. Good.
Bueno, estaba preguntando Michael cómo este programa ASB, y ahorita le vamos a pedir que nos explique qué quiere decir esto. Va a hacer la transición después de este tiempo tan difícil donde los estudiantes estuvieron totalmente fuera de la escuela casi. Entonces, ¿cómo va a ser la transición? Dice, bueno, pues se están organizando grupos para actualizar a todos los estudiantes y que se sientan nuevamente incorporados ahora que regresan ya a la escuela. Wendy, could you tell us exactly what is the meaning, what ASB stands for?
Absolutely. So ASB stands for Associated Student Body, and it is the student government organization that hosts campus activities. The class offers leadership abilities, but also job experience, retail experience, and event planning.
Perfecto. Le estaba preguntando qué significa ASB y dice, esas cifras son asociados estudiantes cuerpo. Associated Students Body, que significa un cuerpo estudiantil asociado y representa los intereses y metas de todos los alumnos. Es un grupo ejecutivo, representa a todos los estudiantes de Highland High School. Y bueno, pues es un programa que les enseña liderazgo, que les enseña a tener una atmósfera positiva durante el tiempo que están ahí, para que se puedan sentir integrados todos y aprovechar ese grupo tan importante que se conoce ahí. Many politicians know through this kind of groups, and then they advance, and then all together they are in politics. I'm so glad that you are teaching leadership to them. Thank you. Thank you so much, Wendy.
Absolutely.
Bueno, vamos a ir ahora con Mr. Brian, Lieutenant Colonel Brian Owen there?
Yep, I'm right here. Can you hear me?
Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing great. How are you? How's everybody doing there?
We are very happy to have you. And I always wonder, tell us a little bit about this program. What is the meaning? What is the purpose? Are you recruiting people for the Air Force or something? I always have the doubt.
I'm like very happy you asked that question. Actually, we are not a recruiting service for the military. Our intent is not to put people in boots. From a military perspective, though, we can teach citizenship, community service, responsibility, character, and self-discipline. We do that through a variety of things, but the purpose of the program is to develop citizens of character that help serve their community and the nation. Kind of like the goal here for Café con Leche, I think.
Absolutely. Bueno, le estoy preguntando este programa que se llama de la Fuerza Aérea. Este programa es un programa regulado por las Fuerzas Armadas. Le digo que si su propósito es reclutar a los estudiantes para que se vayan, para que se enlisten en las Fuerzas Armadas, ya sea en la Fuerza Aérea, en otro, dice, de ninguna manera me agrada que preguntes eso porque ese no es nuestro propósito. Queremos enseñarles a ser buenos ciudadanos, aprender civismo, aprender lo que un país como los Estados Unidos requiere de sus estudiantes y sobre todo a verse involucrados en la comunidad. Así es que es un programa muy interesante y incluye, por supuesto, entrenamiento en leadership. Do you know, I have noticed that people who enlist in the military service, they are very well organized, they are very clean, they do everything that usually a man doesn't do, and it's a really good training. And if some students are interested in continue in that career, how do you help them?
So we do have a couple students that are interested in the military career. Two of our students are going to go attend either West Point, the Air Force Academy, or Naval Academy right now. One is very interested in Naval Academy. And then we've got 5 students that are going to enlist. And then I got one student that wants to run a tattoo parlor. So if anybody's interested in hiring that'd be great.
Very good, very good. Bueno, le digo que he visto que los jóvenes que se van al servicio militar pues adquieren muy buenos hábitos, se vuelven ordenados, disciplinados y le preguntaba si habrá algunos estudiantes que se enlisten en este programa y quieran continuar con la carrera del servicio militar. Dice, sí, definitivamente. Por ejemplo, hay 2 estudiantes, uno quiere ir a West Point y otro a la Academia Naval. Y tenemos otros estudiantes que también están pensando en enrolarse. Pero dice, también tengo un estudiante que está interesado en un negocio de tatu. Así es que hay para todos, es una excelente oportunidad. Tell us a little bit more about this program, when it started and who had that idea?
So it started back when the school was founded. We had the previous instructor was here for 26 years.
Wow.
We've had a pretty good history here, and I'm just starting this year, and we're trying to bring a new, fresh perspective to it. So, and I didn't copy the second half of your question. What was that?
At this time, I already forgot.
Okay.
But look, I have an idea. Let me go to take a break, a commercial break, and I will be back with the translation. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Llámale ahora mismo al 661-945-5300. Él ha sido elegido por 2 años consecutivos como el mejor abogado del Valle del Antiguo. Su número es 661-945-5300. 661-945-5300. Ángelo Campano, el abogado en quien la comunidad confía.
Las vemos todos los días, pero la mayoría solo caminamos a las de ellas. Tiradas como basura, mereciendo ser tratadas, pues todas valen algo.
Sí, como 5 a 10 centavos por envase de bebidas CRB.
Al recogernos, las calles estarán más limpias e incluso seremos dinero para ti. Pero necesitamos tu ayuda. Mira adentro de tu corazón.
Oye, no se trata de corazón, sino de razón.
Llama al 1800 Vicente o visita la página web para tener información sobre cómo, al reciclar botellas y latas, las cosas mejoran para ti, para nosotros y para Pamper.
Vamos a reciclar. Haz dinero mientras cuidas del medio ambiente. Vende botellas de plástico, de agua y leche, botes de aluminio, vidrio y piezas de metal y cobre. Recycling Incorporation te invita a visitarnos en el 43847 Division Street en Lancaster, California, 93535. Abierto de 8 de la mañana hasta 5 de la tarde de lunes a sábado y de 8 a 3 los domingos. Esquina con la calle DYT Energy.
Hola, hola, estamos ya de regreso con ustedes, amigos. Gracias por estar con nosotros. Estamos con personal de Highland High School y queremos, tengo Michael Dutton, es mi co-host de los días miércoles y vamos a darle la palabra a Michael. Michael, do you know, well,
Yeah.
did you hear about this academy of Air Force Junior ROTC? And I always
yeah.
I always wonder, what is ROTC? Do you know, in the school they use so many initials, and for people who works in the school is really good, but for people we are outside, we don't know too much. Do you know?
Officer Training Corps, ROTC.
Oh, ok. Esto quiere decir un entrenamiento de cuerpos de oficiales para la Reserva Junior. Ok, y este es un programa regulado por las Fuerzas Armadas. Hace rato nos dijo Mr. Owen que este programa empezó en Highland desde que se fundó la escuela en 1994. Esto es un acuerdo entre el Distrito de Preparatorios del Valle del Antílope, Antelope Valley High School.
And that could be reserve officer training candidate or cadets.
Así es que se
But
fue.
I had a question, and it was kind of in the line of the academia and what's going on. I saw that they have the Public Service Academy. Is that connected with the AVID program at all? And do you have AVID at Highland High School? Anybody?
It is not, this is Christy Chacon again. It is not necessarily connected with AVID, although we definitely support AVID. AVID is at Highland High School, and it is an additional elective that students are able to take concurrently while being in the Public Service Academy. But being in the academy, we do provide additional tutoring to students, additional office hours, and support that they typically are getting through AVID. We're providing that, and then AVID support as well.
Very good, very good. AVID is pretty prolific in other schools. What would you say is the popularity or the extent of AVID in the Highland program? Is it school-wide or pretty nearly, or just as an elective?
It is school-wide, so any student can join AVID. So it is promoted throughout the entire campus. So like I said, any student can join AVID. Special education students, regular gen ed students, anybody has the capability to participate in our program.
Estaba preguntando, Michael, si esta Academia de Servicio Público está está unida a AVID, al programa AVID. Excuse me for a second. Y entonces nos dice Cristi Chacón, no necesariamente, la escuela tiene el programa AVID y lo apoya, pero no están vinculados directamente. Ok, la otra pregunta que nos estaba diciendo, que estábamos hablando, es que tanto está AVID en la escuela, y dicen que AVID es muy popular en la escuela y está en muchas de las clases, así es que muchos estudiantes participan en este tipo de programa. Okay, Michael, it's your turn again.
Now, I know that the high school district is back in business, so to speak, and students can go and take a seat and go to classes. How is that program working at Highland High School?
Which program? Or just how
students returning with seat time, how do they do that? How do they access it? What's the program look like? Do they come 2 days a week or 4 days a week, or how does that work?
Okay, so a survey went out to parents to see, their interest on bringing students back. It's about 50% of parents said that yes, they wanted their students to return back to campus. And then since we're only able to have 25% of our students here on campus, we then broke that group up into an A group and a B group. So the A group attends school on Monday and Tuesday, and then the B group attends school on Thursday and Friday. And everybody on Wednesday is virtual. So we don't have any students around campus, except for our severe population of special education students. They come every day. But right now, kids do have the opportunity to come every day. So Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Then we have in-person sessions. So basically, if anybody wants to have their student come 4 days a week, or even if they decided that they wanted them to now attend at least 2 days, they just have to contact the office, and then we'll go ahead and put that into our system where they can then attend 4 days. But if a student, is scheduled to attend, in-person sessions, but for some reason they can't, they can still attend virtually online and then still, participate in class that day.
Perfecto. Michael estaba preguntando cómo está el proceso de transición de regreso a la escuela. Y nos está diciendo la subdirectora que en este momento se aplicó una encuesta para los padres para ver quiénes estaban interesados en regresar en vivo y quiénes estaban interesados en continuar tomando las clases en el internet. 50% de ellos contestaron que querían regresar y 50 dijeron que querían permanecer en las clases en video. Entonces, ahorita lo que están haciendo es dividiendo ese 50% en dos grupos. El grupo A viene los lunes y martes a la escuela y el grupo B viene los jueves y los viernes. Los miércoles será una clase virtual para todos. Los estudiantes de educación especial tienen un horario especial, ellos van cada día porque requieren estar así. Pero si hay alguna persona que esté interesada en asistir a la escuela, lo único que tiene que hacer es llamar, o sea, ir a la escuela en vivo, estar clases presenciales, tienen que llamar a la oficina de la escuela y solicitarlo. Y las personas que no pueden ir por razones cualquiera y quieren continuar con las clases a través del internet, también tienen que indicarlo con la oficina. Well, do you know, Heidi, we have good news. Tell us a little bit about the in-person graduation, the class of 2021. When is it going to be? Are you very excited about that?
We are very excited, and the families are very excited as well to be able to have something here to celebrate their seniors and all their accomplishments. So our graduation is taking place June 2nd and June 3rd. I know some of the other schools across the district are doing it a little bit differently, or their dates might be different, but ours again are June 2nd and June 3rd. And we're actually hosting 4 different ceremonies because we have to reduce the number of people participating at one time. Mm-hmm. We wanted to make sure that since we're able to bring more than just 1 or 2 family members, so if we wanted to be able to have more families or family members attend, we decided to go with several smaller ceremonies to allow for that to happen.
Very good, very good. Bueno, estamos hablando, amigos, de la posibilidad, ya se está planeando la organización de la graduación en vivo, en persona, para la clase 2021. La clase del 2020 no tuvo graduación más que a través del internet. ¿Cómo va a trabajar este año? Bueno, todavía estamos observando, nos dice la subdirectora, estamos observando las medidas de seguridad. Entonces, en lugar de hacer una gran fiesta, hemos decidido hacer 4 diferentes ceremonias para que las familias de los alumnos puedan traer más invitados. Si no, lo íbamos a tener que reducir a mucho. Pero estamos muy contentos de tener la posibilidad este año de celebrar. When are you planning to do that? More or less.
What was that again?
When the date?
Like the June 2nd and 3rd, but what I wanted to ask a question about that too, Heidi, and that is, we're talking 2 different days, and that would be 4 graduations. That's 2 each day. Are they both in the evening on each day?
Okay, so each day we're going to have a 2 p.m. ceremony, and then each day we're going to have a 6 p.m. ceremony. And that's typically what we have every year, except we just have just 1 day of graduations. but that's typically what we do here at a 2 p.m. and a 6 p.m. ceremony.
Okay.
Entonces va a ser en junio 2 y junio 3 y se van a hacer las dos ceremonias, ¿verdad? En junio 2 a las 2 de la tarde, a las 6 de la tarde, en junio 3 lo mismo, a las 2 de la tarde y a las 6 de la tarde, donde todo el mundo va a poder participar. When we are going to take a break, but do you know, somebody's asking in Facebook, what about vaccination status for classified staff and students? When we come back, could you give us that response, please?
Yeah, no problem.
The West Nile virus is transmitted by the bite of a mosquito. Some cases are so severe, they result in neurological disease such as meningitis. To protect you and your family, drain all standing water and maintain or drain swimming pools. Mosquitoes are most active during dawn and dusk. Protect yourself by using insect repellents containing D-picaridin or oil of lemon eucalyptus. Birds can also carry the West Nile virus. You see a dead bird, call 877-968-2473, 877-968-2473. For more information, visit avmosquito.org.
Cambié de aceite de mi automóvil y voy a ver a Marco. Y después de eso, seguiré para siempre.
No, no sabes que lo que derrames en nuestro valle queda en el valle y puede dañar nuestro medio ambiente. La ciudad de Palmdale nos recuerda que fácilmente se puede reciclar por gratis. Todo lo que tienes que hacer es llamar a 888-CLEAN-LA o 888-253-2652.
888-QUEEN-LA, lo haré, no por ti, por nuestro medio ambiente. Después me iré.
Patrocinado por fondos de Cal Recycle. The COVID-19 vaccine is available to anyone over the age of 18 at the AV Fairgrounds. The AV Fairgrounds vaccination sites are offering same-day appointments and are taking walk-ins. Free transportation is provided by the AVTA. The vaccine is key to returning to many of our day-to-day activities. We can each do our part and get vaccinated. Schedule your appointment at www.cityoflancasterca.org/vaccine. Mayor Rotc Paris and the City Council have worked hard to bring not only one, but 2 vaccination sites to Lancaster. Thank you to our partners, High Desert Medical Group, Kaiser Permanente, and the Antelope Valley Hospital.
Hey, ¿tuviste un accidente? ¿Te lastimaste y no le has llamado al abogado Ángel Campano? Llámale ahora mismo al 661-945-5300. Él ha sido elegido por 2 años consecutivos como el mejor abogado del Valle del Antiguo. Su número 661-945-5300, 661-945-5300. Ángel Campano, el abogado de quien la comunidad confía. Hola, hola, gracias por estar con nosotros. Vamos a continuar con nuestra entrevista con Highland High School y la pregunta era, ¿qué acerca de las vacunas? Okay, Heidi, could you please give us the answer, please?
Yeah, so our district has actually been very proactive at helping people get vaccinations if they elected to. So beginning March 1st is when the district allowed people to go in and get vaccinated. And so, they're really good at sending updates as well about where they can go to get vaccines and things like that. So they've been very proactive in allowing staff members to go and get the vaccine if they elected to.
Bueno, para todos aquellos que eligen vacunarse, dice que el distrito escolar del Antelope Valley Junior High School District ha estado muy activo para permitirles desde el 1 de marzo a todos aquellos que quisieran vacunarse de que tuvieran la vacuna. Y acabamos de oír el comercial de que está accesible a todos, sin cita, con ayuda de transporte para que todo el mundo se pueda vacunar. Así es que, the person who also is on Facebook asking, he's saying that his child attends 2 days and he has chosen 4 days. What can he do to resolve the situation?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that again?
Yeah, this guy in the internet is saying that his son chose to go to school 4 days, but he's only going two days instead of the 4.
Anybody can come to school 4 days a week if they choose to. I don't know why they would only be attending 2 days if they can come 4 days, but I don't know if they contacted the school and said that they want their child to come 4 days or not. I'm not sure.
Well,
But,
he said that
but that wants to come 4 days, they can come 4 days.
okay, just call the office, Mr. Marcos. Just call the office and tell them that you want your son 4 days and not 2. And that is going to be good enough. Okay, Michael, it's your turn.
Yes. Next question would be again for Wendy and the ASB, Associated Student Body. Years ago, student bodies used to sell a card to the students, so they would have an ASB card, and that ASB card would get them discounts to athletic contests, discounts in the yearbook, and other stuff. Are you doing that at Highland?
We are doing that. We did not sell the ASB card this year because we did not have a lot of events and items to discount. But we do sell a card. It offers parents the ability to send their students to athletic events or other events for free or reduced cost. They can attend a safe and secure environment. They can still get the social interaction from a campus, but this coupon card allows them to attend those events at a reduced cost.
Okay, very good. And is it a laminated, a plastic, like a credit card, or? Yeah, oh, it is. Okay, very good.
It's actually a stamp on their ID card, but it follows them around electronically. So even if they don't have their ID card, we know that they have their ASB card, and we can still offer those discounts electronically.
Well, very good. So when do they go on sale for next year?
July 1st.
July 1st. Okay. And the cost?
$25.
$25. I could be an ASB card holder at Highland High School.
Absolutely.
Okay. Very good.
Nos está diciendo Cristi Chacón, le estaba preguntando Michael Dotten, dice que anteriormente se vendían unas tarjetas de ASB donde ofrecían descuentos a eventos, a compra de algunas cosas para la escuela, y que si todavía se está vendiendo. Dice, bueno, debido a la pandemia lo suspendimos, pero le estamos dando a los padres hasta ahora, y entonces pueden concurrir o ir los estudiantes participar en eventos atléticos, pero claro, con todas las medidas de seguridad. Pero ya ya en julio ya se empieza nuevamente a regresar a la escuela, y es posible que la tarjeta esté en venta nuevamente por $25 con un montón de descuentos y posibilidades para los estudiantes para que puedan ellos avanzar. Heidi, could you please tell us of the new the people who was promoted as bilingual secretaries? You have a lot of staff who is bilingual now, eh?
Yeah. We actually have a new secretary, Brenda Villanueva. She is actually Mr. Foley's secretary over special projects. Then we have Araceli Dominguez. She is our new special education secretary. We have Carla Maravilla. She is our assistant principal secretary. And then we have Alex Sotelo, and she is our principal secretary.
Perfecto. Bueno, estamos hablando de las promociones. Tenemos ya bastante personal bilingüe en la escuela de Highland, y nos está hablando de Brenda Villanueva, que ella es la secretaria de proyectos especiales. Araceli Domínguez también es secretaria de educación especial. Tenemos a Carla Maravilla, que es la asistente del director, es la secretaria asistente del director. No, la secretaria del asistente director, ella se llama Carla Maravilla, y la secretaria del director, que es Alejandra Sotelo. Así es que felicidades a todos ellos por estas promociones. Nos da mucho gusto que tengamos personal bilingüe para ayudar a los padres a navegar en este difícil mundo de la educación en inglés. Así es que no se queden tímidos, ahí está mucho personal para apoyarnos. Michael, it's your turn.
Okay, Heidi, question, another academic type question, but this COVID-19 has sent the whole world into adjustment mode, and we have had to make adjustments and have done things very, very differently. The difference in doing things, in some regards, has been very positive for the future. what changes did it cause you to do there at Highland that are going to carry over? I think the distance learning and some things like that, maybe even some acquisition of technology to assist the instruction. What happened at Highland?
So let's go to technology here real quick. So actually, every one of our classrooms has been outfitted with Promethean Boards, which allows them to have a lot of technology in the classroom, so they can utilize that all year round. So they're using those Promethean Boards right now to conduct their hybrid teaching, because again, they have kids that are in person in front of them, as well as their kids virtually too online. So so those Promethean Boards have been very helpful in that regard. And another process that I think was very helpful for us is because we do have a very high population of special education students here. And I know in previous years we've held over 700 IEPs in our office back here. So now we're able to do that virtually. And it makes it a lot easier for parents as well, because, you know, sometimes parents bring in their small children and they get very distracted too in a meeting, trying to attend to their, 1-year-old and 2-year-old. I'm trying to keep them occupied while trying to pay attention to a meeting about their special needs child. So doing it this way virtually has allowed them a little bit more flexibility. If a parent can't make it, physically here, they can log in, they can call over the phone, or they can, log on with a computer. So that's made things a lot easier in that regard, and probably easier to get a whole group of people together at one time for these meetings.
Good. Good. So it's been a very sort of a positive spin-off from this COVID-19 adjustment. It sort of forced us to do things differently than we probably should have started doing anyway.
Michael Dotton está preguntando a la subdirectora de la escuela, Heidi Murray, ¿qué enseñanzas o qué son las cosas que después de este terrible tiempo que tuvimos de la pandemia se han aprendido y se pueden continuar utilizando en el futuro, porque han beneficiado de una manera o de otra a la población estudiantil? Dice, bueno, pues definitivamente tecnología ha sido muy importante. Dice, hemos proveído nuestros salones con bastante tecnología, nos ha permitido para poder comunicarnos con los estudiantes a través de las juntas virtuales. Entonces hemos adquirido bastante tecnología. Pero dice, pero lo que también nos benefició mucho fue el poder hacer los planes individuales de educación, los IPE, a través del internet. Dice, porque cuando los padres tienen que hacer el plan, tienen que venir a la escuela, y pues causa mucho estrés porque dejan a sus niños desatendidos, vienen con el niño de necesidades especiales y el tiempo que se pierde y todo esto. Y dice, hemos aprendido que les ha beneficiado mucho a los padres, a los estudiantes y a nosotros también, porque podemos conducirnos en una mejor manera en la elaboración del plan educacional individual para los niños que están deshabilitados. Así es que es una excelente oportunidad esa. Y bueno, pues qué buena onda, ¿eh? Bueno. Who wants to add something that we haven't asked? Who wants to participate with something that is important that we know, please? Who say aye?
Yeah, this is your opportunity for public service announcements.
I don't know what else we have going on. We're just, okay. I'll go ahead and let Mr. Lieutenant Colonel Brian Owen speak here.
Okay.
So for any parents that are interested in having their son or daughter join the Highland Junior ROTC program, we've actually got 2 students that go to Quartz Hill, 3 students that go to Quartz Hill, 2 students that go to Paraclete. And I'd love to get a few more students from those schools and Desert Christian. So if anybody's out there thinking maybe their son or daughter would join the Highland program, we can make that happen for them. Thanks.
So what you're saying then is that a student from another high school could in fact go to your, they could do a student transfer and and go to your school because it's a program-driven transfer?
So they wouldn't actually have to transfer schools.
Uh-huh.
They could sign up and they could do what's called a zero period, or an after-school program, but we could still get them into ROTC, and they would still attend their regular classes at.
Oh, okay. They just have to have their own transportation.
Correct.
Bueno, les está invitando a que se unan a este grupo de la Fuerza Aérea Junior ROTC. Dice, no necesita ser de la escuela Highland High School. Dice, actualmente tenemos 3 estudiantes de la escuela de Forest Hill, 2 de Paraclet y 2 de una escuela cristiana. Invitamos a todos los que estén interesados a que puedan contactar este programa. No tienen que enrolarse en la escuela, pueden participar. Any telephone phone number in which they can call if they are interested?
Yeah, they can just go ahead and call Highland High School and then ask for Lieutenant Colonel Brian Owen.
Ok, solo llaman a la escuela de Highland High School y preguntan por el Lieutenant Owen. Lieutenant Coronel, Lieutenant Colonel Brian Owen. We are going to take a break and we will be back.
Okay.
Were you injured in an automobile, motorcycle, bicycle, private property claim, or at a work accident? Perhaps a dog bit you? Contact attorney Angelo Capone. He is prepared and ready to defend you. All consultations, meetings, and appointments are free, and you pay absolutely nothing if your case is not won. Call at 661-945-5300. 661-945-5300. Angelo Capone, the attorney whom the community trusts.
Todos a reciclar. Haz dinero mientras cuidas del medio ambiente. Vende botellas de plástico, de agua, de leche, botes de aluminio, vidrio y piezas de metal y cobre. Recycling Incorporation te invita a visitarnos en el 43847 Division Street en Lancaster, California, 93535. Abierto de 8 de la mañana hasta 5 de la tarde de lunes a sábado y de 8 a 3 los domingos. Esquina con la calle BYD Energy.
Hacemos todos los días, pero la mayoría solo caminamos a las creencias. Tiradas como basura, pereciendo enlatadas, escombros valorados.
Sí, como 5 a 10 centavos por envase de bebidas CRB.
Al recogernos, las calles estarán más limpias e incluso seremos dinero para ti. Pero necesitamos tu ayuda. Mira adentro de tu corazón.
Oye, no se trata de corazón, sino de razón.
Llama al 1-800 o visita la página web para tener información sobre cómo al reciclar paquetes y latas, las cosas mejoran para ti, para nosotros y para tanto.
Hola, hola, ya estamos de regreso con personal de la escuela Highland High School. Tenemos a la subdirectora, a la consejera del Link Crew, a la directora de ASB, el teniente coronel Owen, que es el encargado del programa de la Fuerza Aérea JROTC, y a Cristi Chacón, ella es la jefe de la Academia de Servicios Públicos. I would like to ask Jessica, how do you ensure that students really feel comfortable when they are arriving? It's so sometimes so stressful, that change, and how do you help them to feel really comfortable?
The freshmen.
Yes.
So that's something that we've kind of been having to work on this year. Generally, it would be we would do like a lunch meeting with them, and the leaders would check in on them on campus. This past year, what we've been doing pretty regularly is what we call a temperature check. And so the leaders will send out to their freshmen just a really simple Google form that asks how they're doing on a scale of 1 to 5 and, if there's anything that they want to share. And so, it's kind of difficult through distance learning to reach every student the way that we would want to, but we have gotten to interact with a lot of freshmen that way and, get them the support that they need. If they need a counselor or if they need to talk to one of their teachers, they're scared to talk to them, then we kind of create that line of communication for them. So that's one thing that we've been doing. We send them just an email every week with, kind of what we're up to. And in every one of those emails, we usually ask, something that has to do with that week at school, just to try to keep that line of communication open. I'm not sure if that answers your question.
Yes. Thank you. Do you know, I forgot that we are in a special situation. I was thinking like in a regular year. Pero le estaba yo preguntando, bueno, ¿cómo hacen realmente para que los estudiantes se sientan cómodos cuando llegan a la escuela? Porque es un cambio muy importante entrar a la escuela preparatoria y a veces muy estresante. Y dice, bueno, en este momento por la pandemia no tenemos comunicación directa, pero generalmente hacemos un lunch donde invitamos a todos los estudiantes nuevos para que platiquen con todos los demás estudiantes. Dice, pero en este momento lo que hemos estado haciendo es mandarles, por ejemplo, un cuestionario para saber cómo se siente, cómo se sienten, en qué nivel están, qué necesitan para salir adelante. Pero dice, luego en cuanto volvamos a la situación normal, esto va otra vez ser diferente. Cara a cara es mucho más fácil todo. Y Michael, do you want to ask something?
Yes, I do. Now, COVID sort of turned the whole school year upside down, and I think they're still playing football, aren't they? As I recall, I think I saw that on TV the other day on a sports show with Rogan's Heroes. But anyway, the question I wanted to ask is, if we're finishing up football now for 2020-21 school year, are we going to be starting athletics in full bore in August for the next season?
Really, that just all depends on what the county guidelines are saying. Like if they're allowing us to do that, then we are definitely going full force. We actually did finish up football a couple weeks ago, and our team went undefeated this year against the schools that we did play. So congratulations to our boys again on a successful shortened year, but successful nonetheless. But yeah, so I'm assuming that the plan is just to keep up going, full force and whatnot, just like what we would normally do. But obviously, again, we have to listen carefully and monitor the health and safety guidelines for LA County, and then just go by whatever they say we can and can't do, just make sure that everybody is safe and following those rules.
Well, countywide, we're supposed to be turning yellow here in the next week or so. So things are looking good on the horizon, I guess.
Yeah, but you never know what the future can bring. So we're going to plan that we're going to be good, but, things might change at the last minute. So we just have to monitor that, closely and adjust as necessary.
La pregunta de Michael era si ya vamos a regresar a las actividades atléticas en agosto como es la costumbre. Dice, bueno, todo depende de la situación. Se ha estado practicando fútbol y dice, por cierto, ganado. Felicitaciones al equipo que ganó. Pero va a depender de lo que nos diga el condado de Los Ángeles en lo que respecta a la situación por lo del COVID, ¿no? Entonces estamos siguiendo las guías que ellos nos dan para hacer todo conforme a lo que marca las políticas del condado de Los Ángeles en cuanto a los cuidados de distancias y todo eso del COVID. Así es que vamos a seguir las instrucciones de ellos y cuando sea el tiempo lo vamos a hacer. I don't know who can answer this one. Have you noticed any mental health issues with the students now during the COVID? Because many of them, they don't go out from their houses and they miss the other students and many other issues, maybe domestic violence at home or other issues that could affect them. Have you noticed? Do you assess the students for that?
If they're having problems, we do have ways for them to reach out and get whatever type of assistance it is that they need. I know grades aren't the best at all, so that can be an indicator that there's something going on. Obviously, they have a lot to deal with. They could have had, family members suffer with COVID or lose family members due to COVID or friends or anything like that. So, yeah, they're obviously dealing with a lot, but just one of the main things that we can see is, the decrease in grades. But then again, we have support systems that are in place to help kids get back on track and everything. to help their grades. But yeah, that's just one thing that we can definitely see online and whatnot. And again, kids have multiple, avenues that they can go to get resources here if they're struggling with any type of mental health issues.
Le estaba yo preguntando si le digo si han detectado a algunos estudiantes que estén totalmente deprimidos por la situación de, por ejemplo, estar en casa todo el tiempo, no ver a tus amigos, a lo mejor en casa hay problemas de violencia doméstica, o ella también dijo, es posible que algunas personas hayan perdido miembros de su familia o amigos por el COVID, y dice, pero definitivamente la escuela tiene muchas herramientas para ayudarles a resolver estos problemas. Solamente tienen que comunicarlos con, ya sea hablar a la escuela o con su consejero y decir qué es lo que necesitan para que les puedan referir a un lugar donde les puedan ayudar, porque afortunadamente ya estamos viendo la luz bajo el túnel, así es que muy pronto vamos a salir de esto. I wonder, do you have a percentage of people who has been vaccinated, the students and teachers, or no idea?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that again?
Do you have some statistics of how many students and teachers have been vaccinated in the Highland High School?
I do not have statistics. That's just confidential information. We can't get it out, or that's not something that they would just give us at all. So no, I don't have statistics on that because that's confidential.
Well, do you know, just you can remind them that now you don't have to have an appointment to get the vaccine if they want. It's in the fairgrounds, Kaiser and High Desert Medical Group and the city of Lancaster, everybody giving vaccines. No appointment needed, and I hope that somebody can take benefit of this so we can go back to normality soon. Michael, it's your turn. We have 2 minutes.
I have the next question would be for Jessica with the Link Crew. You mentioned that the juniors and seniors support the freshmen. So what's happening with the sophomores? They just flopping around out there, or is it residual support from the freshman year?
So that's a good question. We usually kind of start to, I don't know how to put, but so I generally teach 10th grade English, as well as Mrs. Bell, the ASB director. We both teach 10th grade English a lot of the time. And so I kind of try to get them excited about the program their 10th grade year. Link Crew does events, that if there's a 10th grader that wants to join us, by all means they can, or if they want to be part of it because they enjoyed it their freshman year. Their sophomore year is kind of for them to figure out where they want to fit into the school. But a lot of the times during their sophomore year, I'm kind of looking, at least in my classes, for the kids that would be the right fit for that role. And then, it gives them kind of a year to get excited about it, I think, because a lot of the time they really want to do it.
Is your year for recruitment for the junior senior program?
So we just completed, we just finalized our list for next year. We start recruiting. I kind of start talking to kids, as soon as I think they might be a good fit for the program, or it might be a good fit for them. Maybe it's something I think would help them grow. But we start, applications usually start right around January. It takes a while to get through all the applications and interviews, and then around spring break, usually we post a final list, and then we make sure that everybody's available for our summer training. And, usually a couple people will drop off because of the commitment, and then we have our final list. So we'll do a lot of stuff this summer to get ready for next year.
Le estaba preguntando, Michael, dice, bueno, este programa de Link Crew va a ligar los estudiantes que acaban de entrar con los estudiantes que ya se van. ¿Qué pasa con los del medio? Bueno, pues es como que se les da un poquito de break, pero dice, pero la intención es ayudar a todos los estudiantes que están recién ingresados a que puedan desarrollarse lo mejor y que puedan sentirse muy cómodos en el ambiente escolar, y luego incorporando a todos los demás estudiantes. Time is gone. Thank you very much for your participation. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, everybody. It was a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you for having us again.
Hasta la vista, babies.
Hasta la vista.
Bye bye. Nos vamos, amigos.
Call ended.